Hello, and welcome to the the holiday edition of Bremen Athletics. I'm your host, Carly, and this is my co-host, CJ.
The varsity girls basketball team is off to a bouncing start. The Lady Braves dominated St. Annie, Morgan Park Academy, Kennedy in a tough loss against Mount Issy. Left the girls' record 3-1 and 1-0 in conference, taking second place in the tournament with a good start. Captain Aaron thinks that teamwork is more important than any skill on the court.
Teamwork is very important. You can't win without it. Reasoning with that, to win games, you got to communicate. You got to back each other up. It all just kind of fits together.
What happened?
Congratulations to the Lady Braves on recently smashing Richards' 50-47 conference win. Top scorers were Aaron with 18 points, 8 assists, and 4 steals. Ashley with 15 points, 3 steals, and 2 assists. Liddy sealed the deal with 2 free throws to win it for the Braves. Come on out this week as the ladies take on Argo Community High School.
Are you trying to hoop? I know who's trying to hoop. The boys basketball team has started off the season well. They are currently 4-2. They're currently 4-2, defeating tough opponents such as Gary Lighthouse, Urban Prep, Washington, and CICS Longwood. The Braves were recently defeated in 2 very hard-fought games against rivals Eisenhower and Richards. We caught up with one of the captains, Dion, and asked him how he thinks the season is going so far.
We play as a team more than last year. I think we have a great year this year. I think we finished winning over 20-plus games and probably winning regional this year. We don't have to run as much plays as last year. We get to do our own stuff.
They will look to bounce back in a game against Argo Community High School later on this month.
With their season finally started, the Lady Brave Bowlers have a 2-1 season so far and are already to strike out their competition. This past month, the Bowlers beat the Lamont Indians with a score of 15-50, 9-15-62, and went up against the Argo Argonauts to win a score of 15-98 to 14-11 at Oak Forest Bowl. Even though the season just started, the Lady Braves are practicing much harder to meet their goal to state this year. The coaches really focus on the team this year as well. They're teaching new players different techniques and plays of the game. The bowlers must be serious about going to state because this year they're really showing it. Come on and roll on out here to support the Lady Brave Bowlers on January 7th at Oak Forest Invite at Oak Forest Bowl.
Last season, the boys swimming team had a second and third place finish in conference in their 200 melee relay with help from Brandon and Nate. While at sectionals, the team scored 35 points, which is the most in Bremen history. For this season, the tides have shifted, but the team is still swimming toward success. Todd Strine has stepped down from being head coach, so Chad Augustine could move up from being junior varsity coach this year. The Braves match up against Richards later on this month.
Last year, the wrestling squad won the regionals and had 5 wrestlers make it to state. Returning to the team are regional champions, state qualifiers Ryan Foster and Javier Soto. They are looking forward to propelling the team to make it down to state this year. Some key members on the team this year include Randy, Josh, and freshman Brett. Coach Collins has high hopes for the team this year. Come watch.
You have 2 wrestlers that have come back from state qualifiers last year, and then Javier Soto and Ryan Foster. We're looking forward to some. Well, I don't know if they're probably not going to get to the same level in a state qualifier, but at least be competitive and have that opportunity at the regionals and the sectionals to give themselves a chance to be able to get downstate. Wrestling is one of those sports where some guys surprise you and they grow up, and some guys that you expect good things just kind of
Come watch the Wrestling Braves dominate the mats this month on January 24th and 28th in the main gym.
The Bremen boys bowling team is off to a solid start this year, striking out opponents down the alleys. The bowlers are resting on a consistently impressive game of Russell, who dropped a 298 at Oak Lawn tournament last month. who has his own unique style, which is intense and fun to watch. He is well complemented by sophomore Jacob, who was moved up from varsity this year and is holding his own with the big guys. Team captain Manny has a level head about the team's aspirations for state. The team is having a solid chance of getting down there.
I can expect a great outcome of the season. Our team's doing really well. We're not just a team, we're a family, so we win together, we lose together. It's either one.
Why?
I believe we can make it to state this year. We have some amazing bowlers. Russell, one of the top bowlers. Jake, CJ, me, and John, that's our varsity squad. We're definitely headed towards state. Probably our biggest problem is getting mad at each other for not bowling good. When one person's down, the other person has to pick them up, stay good as a team, and get an overall good score.
Moving ahead toward regionals, the Braves could easily roll their way into sectionals, where they will see some stiff competition to get to state. If they can keep a level head, they won't have a problem accomplishing their goal of taking state.
In other athletic news, there were 3 seniors that were selected as members of the 14th Academic All-State. Mark, Sean, and Tyler were selected from the Bremen football program. They all earned conference as a team, while the boys maintain a grade point average of above 3.5.
Recent graduate Adeyemi Sosina has earned his way onto the roster of the University of Illinois wrestling team. He was a state qualifier in his high school career, as well as the 2012 to a regional champ at 145 pounds. He likes to cook, wrestle, and majors in communication. He plans to attend law school after his stay at University of Illinois. His family and the Bremen Pride crew are proud of Adeyemi's accomplishments and wish him well in the future.
Thank you for tuning in to the holiday edition of Sports News. Join us next month when we talk more about the winter sports.
And check us out on www.bdtv.net or like us on Facebook by searching Bremen District Television. Don't forget to cheer on your Braves during this jolly season in the pool, on the court, and in the alley. And have a happy holidays.